Hello and welcome to AFSPA Live, our monthly digital broadcast designed to give AFSPA members and eligible federal employees a place to ask questions and get answers about past AFSPA Talks topics, their benefits, and wellness needs. You can ask your question through the chat box on whichever social media platform you're streaming AFSPA Live, YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. If you're not able to join us live, call our toll-free line prior to the broadcast at 888-435-0757 and leave our team a voice message that we may play back and answer live on air. Just tell us who you are and the question you'd like us to answer. I'll see you at the next AFSPA Live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to AFSPA Live, a live video broadcast Q&A session that we host every last Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. My name is Maddie Norton, and I'll be moderating the show today. I'm a Senior Communication Coordinator at AFSPA, and today we are discussing AFSPA's ancillary insurance programs. And with us, we have Ms. Adrienne Seabrooks. She's our Senior Director of AIP, which is what we shorten ancillary insurance programs to. And as always, we have AFSPA CEO Kyle Longton. How's everybody doing today?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you, Adrienne. I am cold. I've been allowed out of the basement for today's event, and I'm in on my main floor of my house, but right next to a window, so balancing it out, you know? Right.
Well, we hope everyone's warm wherever they are. Especially if you're in the DC area, because it's certainly cold here. Before we get into the programs and everything, all of the insurances that we offer today, Kyle, I know we've been getting some questions, and we thought we'd address it right off first thing. So this is a summary of a question that we've received countless of times, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it for everyone. I've been taking Zepbound for more than a year, and I've had great results. The process to get a refill in the last month has been difficult. I had trouble registering with Teladoc, and then Express Scripts denied my prior authorization. What's going on, and how are these problems being addressed?
Sure. So glad we're addressing this. That is a summary of, I think at this point, hundreds of communications we've received from members. And I want to start off with an apology. And I am very sorry to every member who's been impacted by this. We did roll out a program called Encircle RX as of January 1st. And this program is for members who are taking GLP-1s, so Wegovy or Zepbound for weight management. And you can go look at the FAQ there. Thank you all for sharing that. But and who are covered by the high option benefits, not the Medicare plans, and who are getting their drugs in the United States. So these requirements do not apply if you're getting your drugs from retail pharmacies outside the U.S. But if you're having mail order or going to a retail pharmacy in the U.S., you do have to follow this program. The program requires that members enroll in either Teladoc's Advanced Weight Management Program or Advanced Prediabetes Program. The intent was then that Teladoc share that information on the enrollment over to Express Scripts. Express Scripts that would then open up things for your doctor to update your prior authorization, because everybody needed an updated prior authorization for these drugs as of January 1st, and then you get your drug. Things fell apart at several places along the line, and we have been actively working on fixing this for the last 3 weeks, coming up on 4 weeks now, and we've made a lot of progress. But hundreds of members have been impacted. People have had trouble just registering for the program, finding the program within the Teladoc app. It does appear separately from the telehealth services. It appears under an FSBP heading rather than the AFSPA heading. And then there were some breakdowns in communication between Teladoc and Express Scripts. So people were having trouble getting opening up that window for their doctor to provide the prior auth. Based on these programs and the timeline for fixing them, we did suspend temporarily the requirement for Express Scripts to have that information on the Teladoc enrollment. So right now, if you're looking to get a refill, or if you're a new member and getting your first fill of a drug under FSBP, your doctor can go directly to Express Scripts either through the EviCore portal or by calling 1-800-417-1764. I've typed that number a lot for members recently. and complete the prior authorization around BMI and related comorbidities. And this is a prior authorization is not a change. We've always had prior authorization. Some of the questions have changed a little bit this year, but you can go ahead and do that, get your drug. We are looking at resolution in the next 2 weeks, and then looking at implementing the requirements around Teledoc. We'll give members plenty of time around that, additional instruction on how to register, how to use the program, and so forth before we turn that back on. But I do want to say I'm sorry. This has impacted a lot of people. And you can go to our updates on our website under news to find more information. And that is where we will post an update next week as well. And I think also, Maddie, across our social channels as well. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Am I missing anything?
No, those are all of our socials.
Okay. So we welcome you to follow us there for other updates and good news to come. Yes.
And the link that Kyle mentioned and the phone number are in the Encircle RX program update that we have on the QR code here. So you can find those there. And then we have the AFSPA news page in the bottom left-hand corner. And that's where you will see updates about anything first there. So, all right. Now we can dive into all of our ancillary insurance programs. Is everybody excited?
I am.
I'm thrilled.
Much so.
All right. So first question, are the ancillary insurance programs tied to the Foreign Service Benefit Plan?
No, they are not. They are independent of the Foreign Service Benefit Plan. You do not need to be enrolled in the Foreign Service Benefit Plan in order to take advantage of our ancillary programs. I will say that you can coordinate, though. So we do have, there are some dental benefits, very minimal under your Foreign Service Benefit Plan, but you can coordinate those dental benefits with the supplemental dental plan, as well as hearing aids. So we have a true hearing discount plan that we'll talk about a little bit later, but you can coordinate your true hearing benefit with the hearing aid benefits under the Foreign Service Benefit Plan. But it's not dependent on your enrollment.
Perfect. And if someone was wanting to know if they're eligible for our programs, how do they know?
Well, I would say that anyone who's enrolled in the Foreign Service Benefit Plan is automatically eligible. But if you are not, I would refer you to our website. If you go to www.afspa.org/eligibility, you will be able to determine whether you can be a member of AFSPA, which would enable you to enroll in the ancillary programs.
Yes, and the link is right there on the bottom left-hand corner for anybody wanting to go check it out.
And if I may add, we have some folks who didn't enroll in Foreign Service Benefit Plan when they were active employees, and if they're civil service retirees, they can't enroll in FSBP for the first time in retirement. But you still can take advantage of our ancillary offerings, be it the discount programs, dental insurance, life insurance, and so forth. Those are still open to you if you are retired from one of the eligible agencies.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Carl. Good point.
All right. So what kind of insurances are offered? And can you give a little summary of each? Because I know we have a lot.
We do. We have a plethora of insurance offerings. So I'll start with dental. We offer 4 supplemental dental programs, as well as a dental and vision discount program. This is not insurance. It acts more like if you have a Costco membership or a Netflix membership, you join as a member and then you get discount rates for dental and vision services, including LASIK. The 4 dental insurance plans offer you a variety of coverage. Dental coverage, it offers you different types of benefit designs. We have a Cigna HMO plan. You join this plan, and by choosing an in-network dentist, you get discounted rates based on a fee schedule. With our Cigna PPO plan, you have in-network and out-of-network benefits. So you can actually see a dentist that doesn't participate in the plan. It's not advisable because you come out of pocket with, it's more expensive. You come a lot more out of pocket with expenses. But if you go in-network, you get coverage for your preventative, your basic, and your major services. We also offer Dominion National, and this is kind of a hybrid plan. It offers you some of the benefits of an HMO type plan with the benefits of a PPO type plan. And then lastly is our Cigna International plan, designed for dental services that are rendered outside of the United States and somewhat unique to the federal service.
All right.
Life insurance. So we offer several life insurance plans. Our gel plan or group enhanced life plan is a term life plan that enables you up to $600,000 of coverage. And this plan actually has two benefits that you can use while you're still living. And that's if you're diagnosed with a terminal illness or with a chronic illness that is expected to last a lifetime and may have some debilitative side effects that along the line you're unable to perform your normal activities of daily living, toileting, bathing, eating, and independently. So you can get some coverage for that. And then there's the wonderful accidental death and dismemberment that
Kyle loves.
so much.
Truly descriptive of what it covers. Yep.
Yeah.
And this plan not only covers you as a result of death, but it also covers loss. So if you experience an accident that's not necessarily fatal, but results in a coma or partial or full paralysis or a loss of a limb or eyesight, you can get coverage for this. And we'll talk a little bit more about underwriting, but this plan has no underwriting. It's guaranteed to, and you can automatically be enrolled. What's new to our portfolio is our critical illness plan. It's a great plan if you are diagnosed with a covered critical illness such as cancer, stroke, heart attack, or even major organ or kidney failure. And this is just a lump sum payment. And as long as you can show proof of a medically certified diagnosis, you get your payout up to $100,000. And you do not have to be in active treatment. And members of households, this is a plan really designed for the federal, the Foreign Service community. And this provides comprehensive medical coverage for a family member or a friend who may reside with you while you're assigned outside the United States. And they're not eligible to be covered under your federal health plan, including the Foreign Service Benefit Plan. This could be a parent, an in-law who may be residing with you while you're overseas. It could be a dependent child who's aged out of the health plan at age 26, or it covers medical insurance for a foreign national who may accompany you and reside with you back in the United States. We've had cases where au pairs have traveled back to the United States with a family, or someone may be on a J-1 visa and reside with you while they're pursuing their education in the United States. So it's a wonderful program. There's 4 different plans, actually 3 different plans that we offer with several options to choose from in terms of coverage, length of your stay, deductibles, premiums, and even payment methods. And as an alternative to members of household, we offer travel insurance. So maybe not needed for someone who's residing with you, but for leisure or business travel. It provides travel insurance as well as medical insurance while you travel. And several services. We provide professional services for legal consultants, long-term care consultants. We even have a tax consulting service that you can take advantage of as a member of AFSPA.
We have such a multitude of offerings, and I think you explained each of them really well. And I will say, Kyle and I did a AFSPA Talks episode about the members of household insurance, or not members of household. That's what the blog is about. The discount care programs. So if you would like to listen about that, you can go to our YouTube page, which you might be on right now, or go to our AFSPA.com and look at our podcast. And then if you're wanting to know more about the members of household insurance, I wrote a blog about that, so you can read that as well. So we tried to keep a theme going with Ancillary January, so you can go check those out.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Why would someone want additional coverage from these plans?
Well, I think we all want to reduce our out-of-pocket costs for medical, dental services. And so when you have health insurance, supplemental dental insurance, that is helping you to reduce some of those costs. And we know that dental costs and dental services can be very costly.
For sure.
I think it's also to enable financial protection. You want to be able to know that your family can maintain their lifestyle that they're accustomed to in the event of your death, or in the event of a serious illness or injury and you're not able to work for an extended period of time. You want to be able to have financial comfort, stability, to know that you can really focus on healing and that recovery.
Yeah, I think of these as reducing uncertainty as well when it comes to costs, because you're going to be paying a premium, but you're, as Adrienne, as you pointed out, you're going to be reducing your out-of-pocket cost. Yes, you got some guarantee. You know you're going to pay a certain amount every quarter or every month, but it means you're going to be paying less, or in some cases nothing, when you receive certain services or experience get the benefit should you experience the unthinkable.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right. And then I know a big question on everyone's mind. Do you have to wait until open season to enroll in any of these insurance plans?
So that's the good thing about our offerings. We do not adhere to the federal open enrollment period. You can enroll anytime and you can cancel at any time. You're not locked into a plan for a year. I will say that with our dental plans, if for some reason you term or you let that plan or policy lapse, you do have to wait another year or 12 months from that lapse or term date before you can enroll again into the plan. But other than that, all of our other plans are available to apply or enroll at any time during the year.
That's incredible. All right. And then another question, I know that's a good one, especially when it comes to things like life insurance. Are there waiting periods or exclusions that people should be aware of?
Good question. So in general, there's certain insurance plans that normally require a waiting period. And the three that I can think of are long-term care insurance, disability insurance, and you may see some waiting periods in dental insurance. It can vary. With our Cigna PPO and Cigna International dental plans, there is a 12-month waiting period for orthodontic services or for braces, and also for implants. And with long-term care insurance and disability insurance, you normally see a waiting period anywhere from 30 to 90 days before you can file a claim for services. Other than that, most of your life insurance plans and other plans do not require a waiting period.
Gotcha.
Now, when it comes to exclusions, I would say the one exclusion that you really want to pay attention to, especially if you have a pre-existing condition, is the pre-existing exclusion. And that's basically looking how an insurance carrier covers a diagnosis that occurred before your effective date.
Gotcha.
But at all times, it's worth looking at any exclusions or all exclusions associated with the plan to make sure that you get the coverage or you're getting the coverage that you need.
Right. So be sure to read everything carefully when signing up for things.
The fine print.
Yep, the fine print. Are there plans that require medical underwriting or health questions?
Another good question. Yes, there are. Again, you probably will see a requirement for medical underwriting for your long-term care insurance, your life insurances, your disability insurances. If you enroll outside of an open enrollment period. So usually during an open enrollment period, there's a designated amount, coverage amount, that you can get guaranteed issue. And that means that you don't have to answer any health questions. Outside of that, you normally have to answer a health questionnaire in order to determine insurability. Now, we have a critical illness, as I mentioned, insurance that has a guaranteed issue amount built into the plan, and that is for $10,000 on the minimum amount. So even if you apply for an amount greater than $10,000, and you can apply up to $100,000, if you were declined for whatever reasons, we will automatically enroll you in that $10,000 without answering any questions.
That's incredible and good to hear. All right. I know we got this question quite a bit during open season, but do any of the dental plans cover orthodontics?
All of them do. All of our plans cover orthodontics. As I mentioned, you do. There is a waiting period required for our Cigna PPO and our Cigna International. But for any plan that you are looking to enroll in, supplemental dental plan, you want to assess your needs, your dental needs, and then you want to make sure that that plan can cover those needs sufficiently.
Right. And I will just add, I know we're not talking about Foreign Service Benefit Plan today, but Foreign Service Benefit Plan does also have coverage for orthodontia. Adrian, you talked earlier about coordinating benefits and so forth for hearing aids. We may talk more about that later, but it's also possible for orthodontia that there's $1,000 of coverage per course of treatment. So it's not $1,000 a year, but $1,000 per course of treatment for orthodontia. So it can help, right? Because
certainly, and definitely coordinate that. Again, that's going to reduce some of that out-of-pocket costs.
Yep.
And I believe it covers 50% up to $1,000.
There you go.
Is that correct?
Exactly, because you're not typically going to find one of our dental plans or from anybody else, it's going to cover 100% of the cost of orthodontia. And so pairing that, getting all the help you can. And I say that with 3 kids in late elementary school who are will be looking at braces soon. Getting all the help you can is necessary when you're trying to pay for this.
Absolutely. All right. We'll dive into travel insurance now. How does AFSPA's travel insurance work for brief overseas trips versus frequent travel?
Well, it depends on the plan. Again, we offer 4 different plans, and these plans offer, again, a variety of coverage types, length of stay, coverage for length of stay, premiums, deductibles, even payment methods. If you are someone who travels frequently throughout the year, whether for leisure or business, we do have a plan, the Wanderer Frequent Traveler. You enroll annually, and you are covered for multiple trips within that year. It just depends on how often and how long you travel. that will determine which plan is best for you.
Perfect.
And I will just add that most of our plans do require that you travel at least 100 miles away from your departure, your area or of departure.
For sure. And if you're going overseas, that's very easy to hit for sure. And when, like, what's for people who may not know exactly what travel insurance could cover, what are typical scenarios where this coverage is like most beneficial?
So that's a very good question. And there's 3 scenarios that I can think of. The first scenario is whether or not you have an insurance plan, a medical or health insurance plan that covers you overseas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're enrolled, for instance, in a Medicare plan, Medicare does not cover services overseas.
Right.
So you would want to possibly look at a travel insurance plan that has a comprehensive medical benefit enabled in that plan. A second scenario would be medical evacuation coverage. So if you're enrolled in a federal health plan or the Foreign Service Benefit Plan, and you have a serious illness or you become injured while traveling, your health insurance plan is going to cover you, or going to medically evacuate you to the nearest capable treatment facility, not necessarily back home to the United States or to your country of residence. So travel insurance has medical evacuation benefits that will evacuate you back to your home country. And an example would be, if you're, let's say, in North Africa and you've become ill or you have an injury where you need to be evacuated to another hospital, they are not able to treat your injury wherever you are. You may be evacuated to Spain, but you won't be evacuated back to the United States. So travel insurance will really come in handy there. And then I would say that the last scenario would be baggage loss, trip interruption, trip cancellation. We just never can predict what will happen while we're traveling. Right. So in the event that you have to cancel your trip, in the event that you have to interrupt your trip and come back early, there's even a benefit in one of our plans where they will pay to bring a family member or a companion to stay with you while you're recovering in the hospital, and their hotel and their meals. So these are scenarios where I think travel insurance really is beneficial.
So this, I'll just add, this is a little bit more than the coverage perhaps offered by an airline when you're checking it on their website and check a little box to protect your trip. This definitely goes beyond that, especially, Adrian, you point out the excellent scenarios where, repatriation to your starting point, travel for a companion if you're injured. We've had all this, and I've had people call and ask if their health insurance would pay for a first-class flight because they were injured overseas and need to come back early or something like that. The answer to that is no, but there may be support from your travel insurance. You never know. It depends, scenario dependent, but it's definitely not going to come from your health insurance.
Yes, go ahead. That's an excellent point. But I also, and it just popped in my head, so I'm sorry. But I think most countries, especially in Europe, even require that you show proof of international medical coverage before you can even enter the country. That's right.
So good scenarios there, and important, as you noted, if you're overseas and you have a family member, parent, somebody like that who's coming over and all they've got is Medicare, give them the gift of travel insurance, because I had a friend stepped off a curb in great shape, exercised regularly, but stepped off a curb in Portugal, broke her ankle.
Ooh.
Had to be hospitalized. It was so bad, and then had to figure out a way to get back outside of her original itinerary. So just spend a few dollars if you feel like that might be a possibility. So thank you.
For the peace of mind, for sure.
Yes. For the peace of mind, I agree.
Yeah. All right. We're approaching 11th, or we're at 11:30. So I will ask one final question. If you could recommend one of the programs or one of the insurance plans, which one would you recommend and why?
You know, that's a somewhat difficult question. It's almost like asking me, which is your favorite child, right?
Right. Yeah.
Uh, um, I
Okay, maybe
think
top three. You could do top
top
three.
three, right?
Yeah.
So that helps because it's not so much a scenario. I think that it just circles back to what Maddie just said. It's peace of mind.
Yeah.
And when we think about why we get insurance, it's to provide, financial protection and peace of mind if we are severely ill and injured and we can't work for an extended period of time. We know that we have something in place, insurance in place, that enables us to focus on that recovery and healing. Or if we're unable to work, or even in the event of death, that our families, right, can maintain that lifestyle that they're accustomed to, that can live, financially comfortable, be financially comfortable. And so I would say peace of mind is the main reason why you want to add additional
For sure.
I appreciate that Adrian didn't have to pick one of her favorite children.
I know.
I will mention the one that I have used the most. Not that you
Okay.
asked me, but here I am.
Who's okay?
And that is the discount program for hearing aids. Here are my hearing aids. I actually have an appointment coming up the next couple of weeks to get replacement devices. I've gone through True Hearing. This is my third time getting new devices. They were able to locate someone. I've moved since the last time, able to locate a new provider in my area, and it saved me over $3,000 last time.
Wow.
Which do not have federal health insurance, and my health insurance does not have coverage for hearing aids. So that makes a big difference for me, that plus my FSA. So again, coordinating benefits using all of these. And I'll also say that plus the two other things, the life insurance for me, I mentioned you got 3 kids, a spouse, were something to happen to me, I've got the life insurance and the AD&D coverage to try to set them up should I not be able to provide anymore. And then the last one is the long-term care consulting that we have. And we've touched on this, but I think that's an incredible service because long-term care insurance, the federal program is not open for new enrollments. Finding a plan on your own that actually is long-term care insurance and not something different is incredibly difficult. And so working with one of our consultants, information on our website, is your best way to find out what may work for you, as well as for your parents and your spouse and your in-laws and all those others who may not have that in their portfolio yet. So I encourage people to, beyond everything else we've talked about, check those out.
Absolutely. And this was great. And I'm going to go ahead and rapid fire some events happening in February before we meet again for AFSPA Live. And so we have a webinar through Prudential on February 10th. That is going to be investing for a solid financial future. So if you are looking to, learn a little bit more about how to invest and how to become more financially well, that would be a great webinar for you. And we have 3 different times, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then 1 to 2 p.m. and then 6 to 7 p.m. So lots of different time slots for when you can sign up. And you can sign up on our events page, afspa.org/events. And on the 24th of February, we are having a financial wellness checkup, and you can schedule an appointment with a financial professional, also through Prudential, and they can assist you in evaluating your finances and creating goals and objectives. And there are multiple different time slots for that. So definitely sign up if you're wanting to start the new year off with great money goals in mind. And then our next AFSPA Live will be February 26th, I believe, at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And of course, if you can't make it, do not worry. You can watch all of our AFSPA Lives on our YouTube channel at AFSPA Cares. And if you want to stay up to date with us, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Our handle is the same on all, just at AFSPA Cares. And you'll be hearing from us on the podcast AFSPA Talk. So check out from some new episodes there. And we hope everyone's having a great start to the new year. And any last words?
Early plug, March 6th.
Yes.
Friday, March 6th is our annual meeting. We'll be having official invitations and so forth coming out very soon. But please go ahead and mark your calendars. I believe 11 a.m. is our start time. I'll wait. Okay, I'm waiting for confirmation there. 11 a.m. on Friday, March 6th. I hope you'll join us. If you can't join us in person at the AFSPA office, please plan to join us online. We'll have some great speakers, a review, a recap of last year, a look ahead to the rest of this year, and a keynote speaker. So, as well as some words from our board chairwoman, Carol Perez, to kick things off. So we'll look forward to seeing you at these future events, including the annual meeting. And this was great. I always learn something when we have Adrienne on. So thank you, Adrienne.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you so much for having me. And just to say, be on the lookout because we are going to be offering a new disability plan this year. So be on the lookout for more information about that.
Woo.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching our broadcast. Join us again the last Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Eastern. Also, don't forget to look for AFSPA Cares on all of our social media channels: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,